What is a Bonfire-worthy startup? It's a founder that shall not be denied. Second of all, that has tremendous empathy and desire to deliver value to their customers, and that's different than I think a lot of VCs.
Jim really emanates the story for Bonfire for me because when I started to make investments, his name kept coming up as really a leader in the community, as one of the smartest and best investors out there. I had a lot of respect for what he had already been building and what people were saying about him as an investor. And I think that helped us become partners later on. There was just much more of a peer relationship than anything else.
We had one large institutional investor in common, and separately I called that person and I said, hey, Mark and I are thinking about partnering up. You have a unique perspective on Mark that I can never get myself. What do you think? And there was a pause. And I got super nervous. I was he's gonna shit on that idea. And he's like, I think that's an excellent idea. I'd like to be your largest investor. What's it gonna take to be your largest investor? Which was just such a nice.
And he has been the largest investor in every fund.
Yeah.
Mark has an ability to instantly bring down everyone's walls when they meet with him and make him feel comfortable. And I think that's the best environment where the most thoughtful, productive meetings, exchanges happen.
Why did I join Bonfire? I was looking for a firm that shared my ethos, which is how could I take my lessons and my learnings and be hands-on and helpful? Because I knew from seed to A, it's very, very hard. And so I think as an investor, you need to be very hands-on as the founder needs you.
I think the Bonfire difference is genuinely helping out. I'll give an example of, I remember we were recruiting for a role and a lot of expectation was just, oh, can you offer some advice on how we should go about this? And the next day, Tyler was sending off LinkedIn requests to potential candidates and kind of going above and beyond what was even remotely expected. And just that level of help, there was never a ball dropped of, hey, I'm gonna help you with this, and then not following up with it. It was always helping and more. And I think that's true of Tyler, Jim, and the rest of the team.
We lead seed rounds, and that means we're writing the biggest check, but we're never writing the only check. And that is very much intentional. Part of the reason is that we want to bring in other partners who can give, more perspectives at the table, who can help us to support our portfolio companies as partners.
To me, Jennifer is like another co-founder who consumes that much of our time, and she's always there to help us.
The fact that Bonfire doesn't actually hold a board of directors seat anymore in Boulevard, and yet you're still in all of our board meetings because we want you there, speaks for itself. The value Bonfire brings is something that we want, whether or not you're legally mandated to have a board seat. You've influenced our company in so many ways. You're part of the family. You're going to be there for life.
How do you guys talk?
We text, I would say, at least a few times a week.
Yep.
And yeah, I texted him on Christmas Eve. Is that weird? I had a couple martinis, I didn't send me any pictures or anything.
And I always say the best venture capitalist job is to be able, because we're a step above it, we're not in the muck with them, although I'd say at Bonfire we're more in the muck, is to ask them the right questions for them to come up with the answers they already knew.
I think with Bonfire, what they say is what you get. And so when they say they're going to engage, they're going to engage. That's what I wanted as a founder and what I thought I needed. And so it's absolutely delivered on that expectation.
There's so much noise out there about what to look for in an investor. And ultimately it comes down to, you want to be working with good people. These guys are good people.
As a seed fund, there are a lot out there. I think it's really important to be known for something and to have a reason that people refer opportunities to you and a reason for founders to choose you. And for us, that expertise, right? We are singularly focused on helping B2B software founders beat the odds.